for the donkey of the day. That's pretty funny.
Charlemagne the devil?
Possibly. The Breakfast Club.
Yeah, Donkey of the Day for Monday, March 12th goes to the Obesity Action Coalition and NAAFA. Never heard of them, huh? Yeah, me neither. Would you like to know what NAAFA stands for? I'll tell you. It's the National Advancement to Advance Fat Acceptance. You heard me right. The National Advancement to Advance Fat Acceptance. The mission statement of the National Association to Advance Fat Acceptance is to change perceptions of fat and size discrimination through advocacy, education, and support. Listen, I tell y'all all the time I'm not the highest grade of weed in the dispensary, but I don't know anyone who is prejudiced against obese people. When we see obese people, we're not giving them grief because they are obese. We're giving them grief because they are unhealthy. Because being obese leads to things like heart disease and diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, all things that can kill you. We will not advance fat acceptance, okay? We will not accept being obese because we don't want you fat people to accept being obese. You want to change the perception of fat people? Have them go to the gym and lose weight. You want to end size discrimination? Have them go to the gym and lose weight. Now, let me get back to why I'm giving NAAFA and Obesity Action Coalition Donkey of the Day. Well, NAAFA and the Obesity Action Coalition want the God, Charles Barkley, to apologize for these comments he made on Inside the NBA.
I'm going to get all the free Nike stuff I want. If I go to San Antonio, I'm going to get a bunch of churros.
What kind of women are in San Antonio?
Oh, some big old women down there.
Why would you say that?
That's a gold mine for Weight Watchers.
Say that. They have spandex in San Antonio.
No. And Victoria, definitely a secret.
Oh, man.
They can't wear no Victoria's Secret down there. It's a secret. Some big old women down there be wearing bloomers. Ain't nothing skimpy down in San Antonio, Shaq.
And we're there.
Now, NAAFA and the Obesity Action Coalition want Charles Barkley to apologize. Nothing Charles Barkley said was wrong. He didn't say he hates fat people. He didn't tell anyone not to bring fat people to basketball games. All he did was make a very accurate observation. In fact, menshealth.com has a listing of America's most obese cities. San Antonio, Texas is the 7th fattest city in the country. This is all actual and factual. So for Charles Barkley, he's actually spot on with his observation of not just the women in San Antonio, Texas, but people overall in San Antonio, period. But NAAFA clearly doesn't care about the truth of the matter because NAAFA spokesperson Peggy Howell told TMZ, in response to Charles Barkley's comments, making slurs about body size is just as offensive as making comments about body color. One would think being a black man, he'd be more sensitive to having his physical body criticized. It's totally out of line. He should absolutely apologize. Number one, Miss Peggy Howell, being fat is nothing like being black. You can't go to the gym, eat right, and lose your race. But you can go to the gym, eat right, and lose your fat. When it's not a medical condition, I repeat, when it's not a medical condition, being fat is a choice that you make based off a series of lifestyle choices. I don't have no choice but to be black. So let's throw that BS out the window. Number two, Charles Barkley was a black man who was criticized for his weight for years. His nickname was the Round Mound of Rebound. Why do you think Weight Watchers signed his fat ass? Because he was a fat ass. And guess what he did? He lost weight. Now, the other organization called the Obesity Action Coalition and their president spoke on the organization's behalf, and he said, as a former NBA player and sports entertainment figure, Mr. Barkley should encourage equality and respect among society and not look to shame or segment one population because of their size. The president says obesity is a serious medical condition and not a joking matter. I agree, it's not a joking matter because you can die from being too fat. Hey, NAAFA, you want to advance fat people? How about advance them to the gym? Health is wealth. You're not helping fat people by telling others to accept the fact they are fat, and fat people shouldn't accept the fact they are fat. Hey, Obesity Action Coalition, just because someone states the obvious and says it's some big old girls in the 7th fattest city in America, that's not shaming. It's telling the truth. And Charles Barkley is absolutely right for not apologizing. NAAFA and the Obesity Action Coalition should stop preaching acceptance of being fat and start preaching change of an unhealthy lifestyle. Give NAAFA and the Obesity Action Coalition the biggest hee-haw.